Check this out. Have you ever seen a drink freezer like this? Just put the drink in the center of the copper tube. In no time it will get really cold. This makes it a lot easier to have cold drinks in the summer. Now let's take a look at how the guy made it. First, the guy got a square wooden box. You can see the box has a round hole in the center. The hole is just the right size to fit a drink bottle. And at the bottom of the wooden board, there is also a small vent hole. What is this vent hole for? We will find out in a bit. Next, the guy got a coil of copper tubing. Then he got a bottle of cola. He wrapped the copper tubing around the cola bottle coil by coil. About 15 wraps should do it. Of course, the more wraps you do, the better the cooling effect will be, and the more power it will use. After wrapping the copper tubing, use a cutter to remove the extra tubing. Then set the coiled tubing aside for later. Next, the guy got a hollow iron pipe with a nut. Then he got a thinner copper tube. He wrapped the copper tube coil by coil around the iron pipe. After wrapping, cut off the extra copper tube. This piece of copper tube is the condenser used for cooling. After wrapping, set it aside for later. Finally, the guy got a piece of capillary copper tube. Using the same method as before, wrap this capillary tube into a spiral around a screwdriver. About 10 to 15 wraps should be enough. After wrapping, cut off the extra copper tube again. Next, the guy also got a DC electric fan. Then he prepared a DC electric high-pressure pump. This high-pressure pump is the core part of the cooling system. The cooling performance depends entirely on it. After all the materials are ready, the guy started assembling. First, use glue to attach the fan motor to the wooden board. When attaching, make sure the fan sits right over the hole in the center of the wooden board. This way, when the fan runs, it can pull air in through the hole. Then take the electric pump and use glue to attach it next to the fan. After it is attached, the guy got 2 rubber hoses. He connected the 2 rubber hoses to the 2 connectors on the high-pressure pump. After securing them, the guy brought over the copper tubes he had coiled earlier. First, use glue to attach the thick copper tube directly above the fan. Then use glue to attach the thin copper tube to the side of the fan. Now here comes the critical step. The guy connected one end of the capillary tube to the thin copper tube and the other end to the thick copper tube. After connecting, he got flux and applied it to the joints of the copper tubes. Then he used a soldering iron to solder them. After soldering, the 3 pieces of copper tube were connected together. After the pipes were connected, the guy started wiring. First, connect the 2 power wires of the fan motor in parallel with the electric pump motor. Then he got a battery socket. He also soldered the 2 power wires of the socket to the motor's wiring terminals. This way, when power is applied, the electric pump and fan will run at the same time. After the wiring was done, the guy connected the rubber hoses to the copper tubes. Then he used clips to secure them. This created a sealed pipe system. After the cooler was made, he started adding refrigerant. The refrigerant the guy used was a can of liquid propane gas. First, the guy installed a needle on the gas outlet. Then he used the needle to pierce the rubber hose and started adding the refrigerant. He added all the liquid propane into the pipes. After filling, he used glue to seal the fill port. After adding the refrigerant, the guy installed a 9-volt battery on the battery holder. Then he put the drink in the center of the copper tube. You can see that very soon. The spiral copper tube is covered in frost. Looks like the cooling effect is really fast. I bet in a short while, the drink will be ice cold. This little cooling device uses very little power. It can cool with just one battery. If you have the means, you can also use a DC power supply to run the electric pump for cooling. That should give even better cooling. After a short while, you can see the copper tube is completely covered in frost, and you can't scrape it off with your hand. It's really stuck on there. Using a thermometer to check, the copper tube temperature is now close to -10 degrees. Looks like the cooling effect is pretty good. If you want an ice-cold drink, just put it in the copper tube, and in a few minutes you can drink it. Alright, that is all for this video. See you next time.